Hey man, I'm Jusko from ProbMoney.com. In this video, we are going to do a deep dive review of the American Express Platinum Card. It has been a while, so this is an updated look at the American Express Platinum. So this is a premium / luxury travel credit card. You've got a $695 annual fee on the American Express Platinum Card. For some people, $695 is an annual fee. No big deal, especially with all the things that you get from this card. For other people, that is going to be a major sticking point. So if the Amex Platinum is going to be appealing to you, you're probably going to want to be someone that travels often. The more money you have, probably the less likely $695 is going to throw you as an annual fee. And then there are a lot of extras with this card, even beyond travel, that could add to the value of it. American Express would tell you that you could get $1,500 worth of value from the many credits and benefits on this card. And then, of course, perhaps even more, depending on how you value these things. So we're going to look at the rewards, the credits, the benefits, the perks, all of that stuff with the American Express Platinum, and then you can do your own personal evaluation of what it is worth to you and whether you should get the card. So lots of ground to cover with the American Express Platinum Card, but let's start with the basics. Like I said, $695 annual fee. On the purchases you make with this card, you are going to earn American Express's membership rewards points. You're going to earn 5 points per dollar charged to this card on flights that you buy either direct from the airlines or through AmexTravel.com. You will earn 5 points per dollar on hotels that you book, prepaid hotels that you book through AmexTravel.com. And you'll earn 1 point per dollar on everything else. So obviously very travel focused in terms of getting enhanced rewards on your purchases. Your bonus opportunity on this card as a new card holder is going to vary depending on when you actually apply for it. So as I make this video, I'm seeing bonuses of 80,000 points if you spend $6,000 with the card over 6 months. There often are 100,000 point bonus opportunities, sometimes even 120,000 point bonus opportunities. Sometimes that's going to mean more spending in order to get those higher bonuses. So right up front, you look at those rewards and the bonus and you say, what is the value for me there? How often especially are you going to book travel with this card? Now, maybe the most appealing perk of the American Express Platinum Card, and maybe the most differentiated from the competition out there, is the Global Lounge Collection, which is the network of airport lounges that you can access when you are a Platinum Card member. So American Express has its Centurion lounges. You also have Delta Sky Club lounges you can access. There are Priority Pass lounges, which is its own network of lounges, and others as well in the US and international. If the airport lounge scene is appealing to you, if you travel a lot and you use those lounges, well, American Express is best in class here. Nobody else quite measures up. The Amex Platinum offers you potential credits for programs that help you get through airport screening quicker. On the front end, you have Clear Plus, which if you pay for with your Amex Platinum, $189 per year, you would get that rebated back to you. Clear Plus gets you sort of through the front end of things. You get to skip the lines and go right to the Clear kiosks there where they're already going to have your biometric information. And then on the other end, once you've done that, you've got either TSA PreCheck or Global Entry. Pay for one of those with your American Express Platinum Card and you're going to get that credited back to you. Global Entry is both US and international, going to get you through the screening quicker. You're not going to have to take off your shoes, all that kind of stuff. It is going to cost you $100 for 5 years. That could get credited back to you, or you could do TSA PreCheck, which is the US only program. That's $78 for 4 years. That would be rebated back to you if you buy those with the American Express Platinum Card. And there are many other travel perks, benefits, credits to consider. First off, an up to $200 airline fee credit per year. This is for airline incidentals, so not for your actual ticket purchases, but things like checked baggage purchases that you will make in flight. You will get up to $200 back as a statement credit per year. Now, you do have to choose one airline only to get those perks on, or to get that statement credit back on. So if you fly multiple airlines over the course of the year, you're only going to get it on one of those. So will you reach that $200? Depends on how often you fly and whether you tend to fly with the same airline over and over again. You've got an up to $200 per year hotel credit with the American Express Platinum, but you should know that it is only with certain hotels in the American Express Fine Hotels and Resorts program, or the hotel collection. So these tend to be kind of higher end hotels that are going to have a little bit more of a price tag, but you can get up to $200 as a statement credit when you book with your American Express Platinum at these hotels. And then actually when you are on site at the hotel, there are some nice perks as well, where you might get things like free breakfast, maybe you're going to get room upgrades, that sort of thing. So if you're someone that likes to travel in kind of a nicer way, well, then you will enjoy what you get from the Fine Hotels and Resorts or the hotel collection. But again, you are going to pay a little bit more to get it. So $200 is nice, but it's not just for any hotel, it's for those hotels. As a Platinum card holder, you will automatically get status with certain travel programs: Marriott Gold Elite status, Hilton Honors Gold status, a number of higher status levels with car rental companies as well. Sometimes when you travel, things go wrong, and the American Express Platinum does offer some insurances should that happen, including trip delay or cancellation insurance. You've got baggage loss or damage insurance. You've got car rental insurance as well. Now, obviously, you need to read the fine print here to understand exactly what you're getting and not getting with all of these insurances, but they do give you some assurance that you are going to be covered when bad things happen when you travel. Now, those are what I think of as the core travel rewards and benefits of the American Express Platinum, but there are a ton of other credits and benefits that you can get on this card, sort of a laundry list of them that I'm going to tackle in no particular order, but you can think to yourself what the value is of each of them to you. So first off, there is an up to $200 per year Uber credit, and that is going to be split up per month. So each month you are going to have up to $15 that you can use toward Uber rides or Uber Eats. In December, you're going to get an extra $20 potentially tacked on, so you can use up to $35 or an up to $35 credit in December. So if you max that out for the whole year, that would be a $200 benefit. If you only use part of it, obviously it would be less. You have an up to $240 digital entertainment credit on the American Express Platinum. When you use the card to pay for certain digital properties, you can get that rebated back to you as a statement credit. So there are specific properties we are talking about here. So use the card to pay for Audible or Hulu or Disney Plus or ESPN Plus, SiriusXM, the New York Times, the Peacock Network. Any of those you would get rebated back to you. However, it is a $20 per month benefit. So up to $240 if you do it all year long, but you're going to get that in $20 chunks per month. You've got an up to $155 per year credit toward Walmart Plus, which is the program from Walmart that gives you things like free or reduced delivery charges on your Walmart purchases and other perks as well. That is a program that costs $12.95 per month, at least as I make this video. If you use your Amex Platinum to pay for it, then you would get that back as a statement credit. So it's essentially a free year of Walmart Plus as long as you are using the Platinum card to pay for it. Do you shop at Walmart often? Is this something that has value to you? That's up to you. You've got an up to $100 Saks Fifth Avenue credit, and this is actually split up into two $50 credits that you can potentially get, one in the first half of the year, one in the second. So shop at Saks Fifth Avenue with your American Express Platinum card or Saks online, and the first $50 of whatever you buy in the first half of the year would be credited back to you. Same thing in the second half of the year. You've got an up to $300 credit from Equinox Health Clubs when you pay with the American Express Platinum card. There is Equinox, the physical health club, and then there's Equinox Plus digital membership. The digital membership is $40 per month, I believe, and then the club membership is significantly more. But either way, if you are using it for more than $300, that first $300 is going to get rebated back to you as a statement credit per year. Some other benefits to mention with the American Express Platinum. These are a little harder to put a dollar value on. First off, you've got no foreign transaction fees, so no extra charges when you use the card outside of the US. Some credit cards are going to charge an extra 3% on purchases outside of the US. You don't have that here. You've got cell phone protection, which is going to give you a certain amount of insurance if your cell phone is damaged or if it is stolen Always read the fine print to see what is covered and what is not. You've got extended warranty coverage, which is going to give you a longer manufacturer's warranty when you purchase with the card. So usually it's going to give you at least an extra year on the manufacturer's warranty. With the American Express Platinum, you are going to have Amex offers, which is going to give you the opportunity to earn certain statement credits or enhanced rewards when you make certain purchases. And these are offers that are going to change over time, limited time offers from American Express. You are going to have access to Resi, which allows you to get into certain restaurants, sort of jumping the line when you are going to the hot places that everyone wants to get into. You are going to have other certain cardholder events from American Express, and these are going to be things that are exclusive to Platinum cardholders. Oftentimes these are going to happen in your biggest cities. So if you're in New York City, you're in LA, you're in Miami, maybe Chicago, you're more likely to see these events near you. But no matter where you are, you might have a chance to take advantage of these. Now, most people are going to make their decision as to whether they want the American Express Platinum or not based on all of the features that I just talked about. But I do want to talk about the application process, credit limits, and payment terms on the card as well, because those could be relevant to you. First off, in terms of applying for the card within the last year or so, American Express has started the Apply with Confidence feature, which means when you apply for this card or any American Express card, I think it's all of them at this point, they are going to tell you whether you're going to be approved or not without a hit to your credit score. So if you're going to be declined for the card, you are not going to get your credit score hurt at all. They're not going to do that hard inquiry. So there's sort of a no lose in terms of the application process. If you get declined, it's not going to hurt you at all. Now, if you are approved, you are going to get that hard inquiry afterwards on your credit report, and you're going to have that new account on your report. But you wanted the card to begin with, so you kind of knew that was coming. It's really a way to not have a downside here in the application process, because you're not going to get hurt if you are declined. In terms of your approval odds with this card, if you have a credit history that gives you a 700 credit score or more, you probably have a pretty good chance of being approved for the American Express Platinum, unless you're someone that just gets a ton of credit cards and you make American Express a little worried about your risk. If you don't have much of a credit history, less than a year, the American Express Platinum probably not going to be something you can get your hands on. Some people say they can get the American Express Platinum even with a lower credit score than 700, and some people have said that they got it with even less credit history than a full year, but that's kind of the rule of thumb I would go with. But again, you don't have much of a downside here. So if you want the card and they decline you, it's not going to hurt your credit. Now let's talk about payments, credit limits, interest rates. The American Express Platinum traditionally had been a charge card, meaning that when you made purchases with the card, you had to pay them all back when the bill came due. You didn't have any option to revolve them from one billing cycle to the next and end up paying interest on them. You had to pay it all off. That has changed. Now the American Express Platinum has what they call a pay over time feature by default. So when you get the card, this pay over time feature is going to be what they call active. You can decide to make it inactive, but it comes as active, meaning that all the purchases you make, you potentially could revolve from one billing cycle to the next, making your minimum payment, but then having charges go over to the next cycle and paying interest on them, which obviously is not the thing that you really should be doing, but American Express is now letting you do it. When you do that, you have a pay over time credit limit. So they are going to give you a limit in terms of how much you can charge and potentially revolve from one month to the next. If you decide that you don't want pay over time, you can make it inactive, which means the card will then work the way it would in the traditional way where you pay everything back each month, and then you have no preset spending limit with the card because you're not doing the pay over time. And that's one of the features that many people like about the American Express Platinum, is that you don't have a hard and fast credit limit. Now you got a soft credit limit. If you went all crazy, they would at some point at least call you up and say, what are you doing? But you don't have a hard and fast credit limit when you use the card without the pay over time feature activated. Whether it all adds up to more than that $695 annual fee in value is going to be up to you. If you're someone that likes a little maybe higher class of travel, you're going to like that Global Lounge collection, which is really best in class among the credit cards out there. You're going to get good rewards on your flights and hotels if that is something you're going to book through the card. Often the fine hotels and resorts, these nicer hotels where you can get the statement credits and also get yourself some free breakfasts and other perks when you're on site. There's a lot to like about the American Express Platinum Card. It really depends on you. You obviously also want to compare this card to other things on the market. American Express's own cards like the Amex Gold or the Amex Green are things you might want to look at and see if those better fit your lifestyle or if Platinum is the one for you. If you wanted to do a comparison across other credit card companies, the Capital One Venture X, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the US Bank Altitude Reserve are 3 cards. But there are others out there on the market as well, potentially. But the American Express Platinum has a lot of good things going on. Really up to you how that fits your lifestyle. Questions, comments, put them in that comments section below. Otherwise, I thank you for watching. And as always, please go to proudmoney.com where we do credit card reviews, we talk personal finance, we talk deals, and all sorts of other fun stuff too. If you don't have a comment or you're not going to go to the website, what you might want to do next is watch this video.